Billy sat on the porch of his small weathered house, staring out at the empty road that stretched endlessly into the horizon. The gentle hum of cicadas filled the air, but their sound barely touched the heaviness in his heart. He was only 35, but the weight of life seemed to press down on him like a much older man. He had lost his job, drifted away from friends, and hadn't spoken to his family in years. Each day felt the same, grey, aimless, and hollow. One afternoon, as he sat there with his cup of coffee growing cold in his hands, Billy noticed something different. A small bird, hopping along the porch rail, chirping softly. It paused, cocking its head at Billy, as if curious. Billy couldn't help but smile faintly. The little creature had no care for his burdens, no judgment for his failures. It simply existed, full of life and purpose in its tiny body. That night, Billy thought of the bird. How could something so small, so simple, carry on without worry, while he, a grown man, was paralyzed by fear and regret? He decided to do something he hadn't done in a long time. He went for a walk. The next morning, Billy stepped outside and followed the path behind his house, which led into the woods. The familiar scent of pine and earth met him as he walked, the rhythm of his footsteps becoming a kind of meditation. He didn't know where he was going, but that didn't seem to matter. There was something in the act of walking, moving forward, that began to soothe the restlessness in his heart. Days turned into weeks, and every morning, Billy made that same walk. Sometimes he'd pause to watch the sunrise, or listen to the wind rustle through the trees. He began to notice the little things, the way the light filtered through the leaves, the soft sound of water trickling over rocks in a nearby stream. These moments of peace, of simply being present, became his anchor. One day, on his walk, Billy came across an old man sitting by the stream. The man looked up with a kind smile and patted the spot beside him. They sat in silence for a while, watching the water. Finally, the old man spoke. "You're not lost, you know. You're just finding your way like the rest of us." Billy felt something inside him shift. He wasn't sure what it was, but for the first time in a long while, he didn't feel quite so alone. From that day on, Billy began to rebuild his life, not by rushing or forcing things, but by embracing each day as it came, one step at a time. Slowly, he reconnected with old friends, found work he loved, and even called his family. The road ahead still stretched long and uncertain, but now, Billy knew that wasn't something to fear. It was just part of the journey,